Yes.
All right, we're live here on the Seekers podcast for October. I'm Wendell Hurricane Burrows, and we're going to kick everything off here and just let everybody go around and introduce yourself. We'll start with Dale. Go around that way.
Hi, I'm Dale Bullock. I live up Heber Springs area in Arkansas. I'm a member of the Arkansas Bigfoot Cartel, pretty much. A couple other groups that we run with. I really enjoy this. I hope I can get more of y'all interested in it. And that's all I got to say, I guess.
All right. I'm BC Davis. I'm from northeastern White County in Arkansas. I guess I'm part of the Arkansas Bigfoot Cartel. I haven't been properly initiated or anything. I've been given a membership card yet, but I think I'm part of this. But anyway. Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Generally hang you up by your thumbs for a couple of days just to see if you're tough
Yeah.
enough.
I'm not tough enough. So, but anyway, yeah, it's hope people that are maybe tuning in learn something. On to you, Neil.
My name is Neil Huff. I'm from the Cass, Arkansas area or Franklin County. Hoping to get more people involved. Our areas that we're researching is getting bigger and bigger. Area 2 just expanded. Definitely be looking more help. Definitely looking for more boots on the ground for sure. Go ahead, Barry.
All right, Barry.
I'm Barry Preston Robinson. I'm in North Central Kentucky. So if BC's not a member, I'm definitely not a member. But
y'all's all members.
God bless everybody. Glad to be here. I got my partner in crime, Mom, with me.
Yeah, Mom.
Jesus, her, my two dogs, Bo Sims and Bobo, pretty much make up the praying and squatching crew. That's pretty much it.
All right. Well, we was talking before air here, and we just been to the week or so ago to the Arkansas Bigfoot conference. We want to thank Robert Swain for inviting us there, and we had a good time. It was a good conference. Learned a lot. Got a lot of leads, confirmation. Anytime that you're getting people that's coming up to you from your areas that you've been researching and saying stuff's happening, that's more collaboration that something's going on in them areas, because these people hadn't talked to any of us till that day, and they wanted to know, had you found anything around. One of them was over in Neil's area, talked to us. Two of us talked to us from the Sillamore area, and then another collaboration was over at BC's area, Ball Knob, and got some extra help there. So we come out smelling like a rose after the Bigfoot conference. We got all kinds of things going on now. Just able to get time and to get out there and check on all these leads.
Yeah, amazing what you can get done when you treat people with respect.
That's it, yeah.
How many people y'all think showing up?
I think probably around 1,000, don't you?
There's a lot more than I thought it was going to be.
That was bigger than the one down in Tallahena.
Was it?
With a lot more people.
Yeah, I was excited.
I'm guessing 200 to 300.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, all sitting that close like that.
At least 4 to 5, at least, maybe. It may have been more than that, because I showed up late like always. So
there was a lot that come in and then left at lunch, and then a new crowd come in. So if you're figuring that, I'm saying around 500 altogether during the whole day.
Yeah.
That's good. That's bigger than one 4 years ago, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I also see that Robert's going to be at the Paranormal Conference in Little Rock, but I forgot to check what date it is, but sometime in November, I think. So we're giving him a plug there. Everybody go out and see that and see all the Comic-Cons and everything there. It's anything to do with any kind of paranormal, they're gonna have it there. So
yeah, I wouldn't mind going and checking out one of those myself.
Yeah, me too.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll have to look at the date and see what's going on, and I wouldn't mind it. Just depends on my schedule anymore. It seems to get crazier and crazier.
Staying
All right.
pretty busy at night, aren't you?
Oh yeah, we're doing the haunted house. It's over this coming weekend. We're expecting to push like 600-700 people through here. So that's weather permitting. So that's one of them things you look forward to it, but you're glad when it's over. To a lot of extent. Dale's got a new toy that he wants to. He needs to tell us about. Neil's got some of them too, so that y'all may work together on this on our next investigation. And the quadcopter that you got there, Dale.
Yeah, I was just sitting around thinking today I had quite a bit of leftover money after paying all my bills this month, and I'm like, wait, let's have some fun. So I went and ordered this 3 quadcopters today. It's a quad air, and we got 4K camera on them, and I watched 2 or 3 of the test runs I did on YouTube and everything. Everybody was talking about how great they flew. So real user friendly and everything. And they've got the anti-collision and the auto home button and all that stuff on it. It has the follow me and the circle me modes on the video. And I think that's going to be kind of fun. And I went ahead and got us a warranty on it for a year. It said any crashed or lost drones would be replaced without questions asked. So that's cool, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Hope they don't try to go in there and track it down.
Huh?
I mean, they try to go in there and track one down. They may not want to. They may be going digging too far. Wish they didn't. They try to get
anyway,
it themselves.
They all have anti-collision and everything on them. I thought that was kind of nice.
Yeah,
avoid trees and stuff on the route so that you won't run into anything. So
that'd be good.
The ones I have, huge.
But they're nice. Did you have that? Did I send you that picture of that one, Wendell?
Yeah.
I had it's a little small one, and it all folds up and everything. So it's about that big a square.
Kind of like the one that Anthony Schultz had whenever he came up here one time.
Pretty much the same.
That's kind of what it sounds like.
Got
I like the ones that Anthony had.
Got like a 2-mile range or something on it. About 30-minute fly time.
Oh wow, really? That's way better than 5.
Oh yeah.
They always exaggerate on their stuff like that, though. So I figure it's probably 20 minute and a couple hundred yards.
There it goes. I finally figured it out. That's it, all folded up.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I like that.
I had intended on just buying one, but I screwed up on checkout. I screwed up on checkout and accidentally clicked the package deal, so I ended up getting 3 out of them. I was like, "Oh, what the heck?" Let's go for it. So I didn't go back in there and try to change the deal. Oh, yeah, that's the saw I bought.
Yeah. I was trying. That's as it was flying, but that's the only one I can come up with right there. Oh, well, that was on the video I watched. That's what it was. I was like, that you sent.
Yeah, that's pretty cool video.
All right. Anybody had any? Yeah, I watched it flying around and still shots and everything. Looked like good video at it. And it'd be cool that follow me because we can just have it videotaping whatever we're doing and whatever happens to be around us. So that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I can't wait to use it on some of them high cliffs and stuff to gut caves in them and stuff, so we don't have to try to climb up there to get it, see what's in there. Fly in there and look at it.
If you got any questions about how they operate, if you got any questions about how they operate or the best way to use them or whatever, the guy that does Squatch Talk, Pat Turner, I think he's like a professional drone pilot.
Yeah.
He's big time into it. He's one of the first people I ever heard talk about using drones to look for Sasquatch. And I'm talking before the TV shows even did it.
Well, it definitely help, especially if it's got that much range, because a lot of them hollers, we can stand up on top of it and fly it all around a holler, and you might not see it from your vantage, but from the copter's advantage, you see movement, so you might get a glimpse of the Sasquatch moving.
Well, especially up there in Area 2. You know, it seems like every time we went out there, we've always had followers and paralleling us out there in the woods and stuff. You know they're there. You can hear them.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice to be able to just launch it up, just fly it around about 100 yards all the way around us and see what's lurking around out there in the trees.
What I'd like to do also is if we can get a drone out there in that where the creek is coming through as we're coming into camp, I like to fly one through there real slow to see if we catch anything flying across that creek. If we can fly it ahead of us or something like that, that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
If it would reach.
That was, you're talking about that creek, but that was neat. That remember the lady that sat by DW said that they actually had, when they drive in, would get a tree knock or a whoop like he was driving in. That went all over me because we experienced the same thing there. That's how Marcus ended up getting hit by the infrasound that night, because we was wanting to repeat the experiment and get it on video or record it, and then that happened. But so it's not just a one area deal they're doing that. That's all. That's more collaboration. Somebody's getting the same effect as we was.
Mom was just talking about how the creek would be a good place to look because they follow waterways. She was talking about Patty was at Bluff Creek.
Yeah.
There's been all kinds of others seen around bodies of water.
Where this creek that I'm talking about, there's bluff lines on both sides of it going right down this creek. It's going like that for a good ways. And I mean, just the way the layout and how much boulders there is there, and just the boulder fields going through there, there's just so many places to hide, and I think it'd be it'd be easier to go through the drone than it would be on foot. We can get a lot more cover too that way, you know.
Somewhere down that way is that Deadwood area that Bait Sean found, him and that other guy, and they brought us back pictures, but I had never made it down there.
Well, is that way over west of where we usually are?
It's down the creek, all I know, from where we set at Area 2 camp. If you go, you know where the cave was that you found and everything changed? It's on below there.
Okay, so that'd be kind of almost southwest from where we're at.
Southwest, yeah. Back towards the bridge, down that way somewhere.
I'd like to get down in there too.
Yeah, I went in there and checked out Area 2 today. The deer hunters got back there and cut them a path through that tree. It's been pretty active in there. You can tell that the trees have been toyed with again, so to speak, and just structures and stuff like that. I drove also down into Area 2X today while I was at it. And I drove all the way past that cemetery that has the babies in I was telling you about, Wendell. I drove all the way deep in there because it's bone dry and I can make it through where those mud holes are at. It's a good little drive down in there, but it takes you right into Bigfoot Hollow. It's pretty cool, man. There's a place marked on this map that was given to me, and I finally got a chance to go all the way down into it today. And I wish I had some cell phone reception down there. I would have went live, but it's just like, remember that place that whenever I come out there where you guys are at, and Marcus took us into that dry creek bed that one night. It kind of reminded me of just that, like that. Pretty neat looking.
Oh yeah, the dry creek bed at Sillamore you're talking about,
yeah.
We had them all around that night at Sillamore there when we was walking in there. You could hear them, but they was just out away from us.
Man, that's where we couldn't see them.
And that was the worst time for your thermal to go dead.
I know. As soon as we're about to walk into it, he's like, walking into it, that was creepy looking to start with, and then it dies. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. After that's when I'm decided I'm going to have to get me some more batteries, keep this thing going, because I don't want that happening twice. That was not the place for it to happen at.
That's why I brought that up at the conference. That's the only woo related or strange, or it could be a multiple of reasons why that occurred, but we've had that happen twice that I know of. Once was that time at when the drone copter went over, and I'm talking about this, and it was huge. It's at least 4 or 5 foot long. That time, all of our batteries went out.
Yeah, well, that camera of mine, the battery pack was melted in it.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if that's Bigfoot related or somebody else related or what, but I suggest anytime you go out to have several different batteries and buy them from different sources.
I had too much money to play with.
Yeah. Well, that's one. There you go. That leads us into the topic of your new toy, Neil. That the EMP, because that would have told us if it was military related or something that was, because that'll fry batteries, the EMP pulse, and with that detector you got, that'll let us know if whatever's going on. You said that how did you come across that, or was it very expensive? Just tell us about it.
Nah, I went to a place north of Alma called A to Z, and what it is, it's like a big, huge warehouse. They got different warehouses on this property, and one of them will have tools, one of them will have sports equipment, another one will have like handcrafted furniture, another one will have like stuff like a section of like furniture / clothes. It just got a bunch of different stuff in it. And on the tool section, you just go through there and they just got a bunch of stuff that's marked down at a really good discounted price. And I think I paid like $12 a piece for them. So I mean, couldn't beat it with a stick. I went ahead and bought a second one for $12. So
yeah, so we're prepared there. That's kind of BC. Probably know over at there's a flea market there at Judge Sonia or whatever it used to be anyway. There, that
Thackerlands, it's still there
and stuff like that. It was old chicken house. Yeah,
Thackerlands, it's still there.
Yeah, I used to. I don't know why I ain't been over in 5 years or so. I used to go every weekend.
Yeah, but that new
thought about it.
That new bypass almost goes right to it now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can take that bypass and you'll come out there on the 167 and go onto the old highway and take a left, and maybe 2 miles you're there.
Yeah.
Guys, I'll be right back. Like my dog.
Had something going on. Well, how's everything over at your area, Barry? Anything going on? How's your mom? Just fill us in on a little of everything.
Mom's doing better. Her doctors gave her good reports. Everything's going good. God's got her in the palm of his hand. Got me there too.
Awesome.
We've heard a few thumps or bumps. I keep trying to tell myself it's walnuts falling off the trees, but some of them are awful big walnuts.
Right.
When Mom heard something squalling the other night, I didn't hear it, but there's been a few nights mornings I'd take the dogs out to walk, and the neighbor's got a pile of something over there, and it's got a piece of tin on top of it. You'd hear something slap that tin, hit it, which I never could see what was doing it. I mean, it could be a deer running past or squirrel jumping on it or whatever, but something, it's kind of funny that always happens when I'm walking the dog.
Yeah, that brings remembrance back to area 2 till when somebody got rid of it. There's an old washing machine out in the front of the area there. Somebody had dumped off, and first 2 times we went camping there, you could hear something middle of the night hitting that.
Yeah,
just boom.
It's still there. I sent it today.
Is it?
Yeah. Someone's actually went through there and dumped off multiples too.
Like I said, I can't say for sure because you know how it is. Walnuts falling, it'll sound like a rhino's coming through the woods.
Right.
There's been a couple times, like I said, if it was walnuts, they was big ones.
Anything happened? Anything new over in around Baldon, BC?
I haven't heard anything. Nothing recent. Just other than what I told you backstage.
Right.
But that was several months ago, and no sighting or anything, but it certainly sounds like that boy ran up on something. Get those feelings of dread, and the hair on the back of your neck stands up, and a street light goes out just right there at the same time.
Yep.
That is one thing. Him mentioning the feeling of dread. You know, we've been taking the Saturday afternoon rides down back roads and stuff. I took Mom on one this past Saturday, and she complained about having a creepy feeling the whole time we was on this road. And it is when it goes up, follows a creek pretty much up through the middle of nowhere off the main road. And she said she had a creepy feeling the whole time we were back in there. Said she was glad to get out of that one. She don't want to go back.
I don't blame her. We've been in a few spots like that.
Yeah.
Anybody got anything they want to bring up or anything they want to discuss or talk about? Remind everybody that's watching or listening that we can take any of your comments.
Sorry, Wendell, go ahead.
I was just reminding everybody they can send their comments in, and I'll ask them or pop them on the screen here. What was you saying?
I was going to start passing out some of those business cards around the area here with my phone number on it. That way we can start maybe getting more people start opening up to us, because I'm definitely convinced that the activity around area 2 is probably increased. It's things I look for. It's standing out, and the logging's still going on. So the proof's in the pudding, so to speak, I guess. But I'm going to start passing those cards out. I think see if that would kind of give us some more leads, maybe.
That'd be good. That's what they're for. I've been passing them out around here. I think Dale took some. If not, I still got some. I'll give him when we go out.
Yeah, stuff some in my wallet. What's our next investigation?
That's what I was fixing to bring up next.
Good.
It's on y'all. Y'all guys are ready.
I had a couple of people ask me about that, and I said, I don't know.
I was going to ask what everybody thought about the latest hot video, the Colorado train Bigfoot. It's making rounds.
Colorado train.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
in Colorado, taking for the train.
Yeah,
He's like walking across a
it's
field.
a definitely
and
good video and everything.
Are you talking about the one where you can actually see the train?
No, this one's out the train window.
No.
I guess you hear people
Okay,
talking.
that one where you can see the train. I debunked that about 2 years ago.
No, he's talking about one that's happened within the last couple of weeks. Someone
Yeah, that one that's up there on that hillside, that's pretty convincing.
Yeah, he was walking side to side, squatted down.
Yeah, and even if it's not it's somebody in a suit. If it's not a Bigfoot, but you measure the size of it, that's a pretty big fella that's there. But it's still, I mean, if you didn't notice it, it disappeared when it squat down. Now that shows you how good the camouflage ability of something. Because there ain't no trees or nothing, just bushes there. It blends right in with them. So even if it is a person in a suit, that shows you how quick a Sasquatch can just disappear.
Well,
I want questions about the
tell you that other one that's talking about the Bigfoot that's walking around the lake in a certain area. It's going around again. I'm like, come on, guys. I don't know if y'all remember about a year ago that was showing up about every other day. This was seen around Lake Conway. This was seen around Lake Ouachita.
Yeah.
Oh, go on.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Started all over again.
Yeah.
Somebody's out there getting bored.
Yeah, every fall.
Well, that's kind of like every couple of years somebody latches onto the whole Bluff Creek Massacre conspiracy, where it wasn't just Patty. There was a whole family that supposedly the Canadian government or somebody was hunting them and chasing them. It goes around every few years.
That's way, Trying to look at my calendar here and figure out a date and a time would be good in November. But deal with that. Deer season's going on during November.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would affect everything.
Being the area too gets hunted out of quite a bit, it probably would affect it. I think it would.
Yeah, that's the one time we did a fall investigation there. We had to go all the way over to the Castle Rock area. Then we started getting activity again.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We got quite a few avid deer hunters around here. They might stir something up.
How much activity does the deer hunting does the Ball Knob Lake area get, BC?
The lake area, none that I know of. That's all going to be down in Hurricane Lake and Wildlife Refuge.
The area that we went all the way where you go back to that second area where that little lake was, where we had the tree or limb thrown over Dale and us.
Oh yeah, down there, yeah. But they were clearing out some trees. Oh, I think about 3 months ago, and then another guy was riding around down there, and that area where we saw whatever it is we saw, all getting cleared out.
Huh.
I'd like to get down in there and get some activity going and then launch one of those drones.
Yeah.
Or launch a couple drones, make them go up different directions,
That would be cool.
Well, I was looking at, and it all depends on rain again. You know how that is. But then it'll probably be raining because it's supposed to rain all week. But
I hope it rains all week. We need it.
Yeah. The first weekend of November, I'm gone, and then the second one's the opening of deer season. So, what about the 18th? Would that be all right to go down to Ball Knob and check it out? That's on a Saturday.
On November?
Yeah. November.
Is deer season over with by then?
No.
Oh.
No.
Well, there might be some people camped down there. I mean, I don't know, but we could go check.
Well, there you go. Though it's rifle season, we don't need to be out and about.
No.
So.
I would say after deer season, yeah.
All right. Well, that pushes it all the way to Indeed.
Yeah, I got a feeling the leaves are going to hang on for a while this year too.
Deer season ends the 2nd of December. And then I got our Christmas hunt is 8th and 9th. Really? It looks like the first weekend in January, the 6th. That's a long time to wait.
Yeah. But I don't think there's any hunting going on around Ball Knob Lake. I mean, I could find out. I know that there's at least one landowner that may hunt out there, but that's all I know of off the top of my head.
See what you can check out, BC, and we'll kind of look at the 18th, doing a day deal there. And if we find good active, we might camp that night for November and just get back with us and give us some kind of report what you're thinking. And then also we'll look at January 6th if as a backup date, and if we get to go on the 18th, then we'll look at January 6th going over to Neal's area. That work for y'all?
Perfect.
All right. Sounds good anyway. And me and Dale might just slip off up to Sycamore and visit some of them guys during deer season, November, because we can go up there and move around and talk to them a home landowner if I can get a hold of them, and maybe arrange something for later next spring up there. But
yeah.
And in that area, if I happen to see a deer, we'll get a deer.
That sounds like it could be an active area up there.
Yeah. All right. Well, we finally got a question here, but it's not on the live stream. It's straight messenger. It says, and I know this, but if you have game in your area and then all of a sudden the game leaves, what could be an explanation of that? Do you think Bigfoot might be in my area? Well, possible.
Yes.
It sounds like he's been getting ready for deer hunting and had all the game and everything. Now it's gone. Yeah, we've seen that happen several times.
Yeah.
I don't know what causes it. I know it happens here. There's times it seems like there ain't even any deer here. You don't even see roadkill.
Apex predators.
Yeah. There's only two choices, or three really. You've either got a big bear that's in the area, a Bigfoot, or other hunters that's visiting your area when you're not there. It's an apex predator of some type.
Mm-hmm.
I'd offer a fourth explanation, and it wasn't my thought. It was Jay that used to call himself Creek Wolf, passed away a couple of years ago in a rest home during COVID. But I interviewed him one time on my show.
Yeah.
And when I was telling him about that, he said, "You got something or somebody poisoning your area, putting poison out. That's what's causing everything to disappear." Which I would think with poison you would find bodies, but
yeah.
Well, you can do that without poison. Go out there and put a bunch of mothballs out there. That'll stop a deer from walking through.
Yeah.
I've had that happen to me before.
Like I said, this ain't just deer. I mean, the possums, the raccoons. You're lucky if you see like I said, a squirrel or a bird for weeks at a time. Even roadkill. It's just weird. It's spooky.
Yeah, that's the same way up at Dale's. I mean, you be up there one time, there's deer everywhere and everything, and then the next, when Big Red moves in, everything's gone.
Yep. Well, I was listening to a podcast the other night. Y'all ever seen that hide and seek? That's the first time I'd ever seen it. But hide and seek had Robert Kreider from New Mexico on there, and they asked him about woo, and that was the best shutdown of woo I have ever heard in my life. I was like, boy, you need to be on every podcast and give that explanation because it was amazing. That guy that was asking him the questions, he said, boy, I've got a lot to think about. I'm going to have to change the way I think about a lot of things. And Robert said, yeah, you are. That was pretty good. He asked him about the portals and all that stuff. And he said, I have been tracking you. If you're tracking a man that doesn't want to be tracked, those tracks are going to disappear. He said, how many of y'all has been tracking a deer and the deer tracks just are gone? He said, it happens all the time. He said, so what makes you think that Bigfoot tracks just all of a sudden gone makes him go into a portal? I laughed all the way through that. It was really good. Really good.
Well, it goes back to kind of the video I had of the deer. I don't know if y'all remember it, but the one where it goes behind a tree and never comes out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All it did was turn and start walking perpendicular to the tree.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't see the deer for the tree.
That's it.
That was on my trail cam. I ain't gonna say the woo doesn't exist, but I've always said that it ain't Bigfoot. You're dealing with something else. When it comes to Bigfoot, I believe they're as physical and solid as this chair I'm sitting in.
Mm-hmm.
And 9 times out of 10, like the guy you're talking about, there's an explanation. They're not the X-Men. They don't have superpowers.
Okay, what is the woo? I've heard of that, but I'm not really familiar with what that is or supposedly it is.
It's all about just being able to disappear into portals and disappear and all that stuff.
The paranormal side of it.
Cloak.
Yeah, I've not heard of any of that happening around here.
Doing the predator cloaking trick, teleporting, popping in and out of trees. I've heard all kinds.
They do that.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about jumping in and out of trees.
No, I do know of two.
Somehow they live inside the trees and like pop out of the trunks.
There wasn't enough room in that trunk for that one to fit.
Like I said, I've heard some. Like I said, if you see something do that, that ain't a Sasquatch. That's probably a demon.
I know of two cloaked entity sightings. One is close to Ball Knob Lake, and another one's a few miles to the northeast. But I know of two of those, multiple witnesses.
Like I said,
what they are, I don't know.
That's my deal. Is what they are. I don't know if someone's seeing that. I agree with Barry. It ain't a natural Bigfoot.
No, I don't think so.
Is there
it's
something intelligent enough out there that's flying to here? Could it look like a Bigfoot from here? Possibly. Would they have technology to be able to beam up or down? Well, you look at the ship, the U.S. ship that people was it was there, and then they got stuck in the wall. Some
Yes,
project.
Philadelphia experiment.
Philadelphia project.
Experiment.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that was. So if that occurred, then there might be something out there that has that technology. But is it just the regular one that's here on Earth that's left here and growed? And no.
Well,
Ain't nothing.
The only thing that I ever heard of or seen that had anything to do with spaceships was that big thing they had up in Erie, Pennsylvania, out there on Presque Isle.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually talked to some of them people in the town that remembered that. I went up there and talked to them. And I was just visiting an area, and I'm like, man, I'm going to go talk to a few of the older people in town and see if they remember that. And there was a lot of police officers involved that night, and they saw it too. And it was pretty crazy.
Are you talking about Prestonsburg, Pennsylvania?
No, it's Erie, Pennsylvania. It's Presque Island, Preques or something like that. It's kind of a weird name, but it's a big, long. There's one bridge getting in from Erie, Pennsylvania to Presque Island. Presque Island just runs way out there in the lake, around along the side of the lake, and there was a big thing there in the past where these teenagers were in their car, and a Bigfoot come up. They got stuck in the mud out there. They was out parking and partying and stuff like teenagers do. They got stuck in the mud, and they tried to get out. Of course, they got deeper and deeper, couldn't go nowhere. So a couple of the boys was going to walk into town. The town, not that far away. They was going to walk into town to get some help to pull them out. And as soon as they got out of sight, these Bigfoot come up out of the woods there, and they saw this UFO land over there, and this Bigfoot comes up out of the woods and starts shaking their car and beating on it and everything, scratching it all up. And about that time, the cops show up, and the cops said, "Where'd it go? Where'd it go?" And they said, "Well, it landed right over there." And evidently, they had all seen the Bigfoot and the UFO landed, and everything took off and gone. And the UFO took off and everything. But it was a pretty well documented episode there. It was kind of interesting.
I hadn't read about that. I'll have to look it up.
Look it up. I think I called it the Presque Island incident.
I remember.
I'm not really sure how you spell that last one. It's got a Q in it there somewhere though.
The very first conference we went to, Stan Freeman, I think his name is, from Pennsylvania, was there. With Chestnut Ridge, and it's a real famous story. It's got UFOs and Bigfoot in it.
I thought that was kind of interesting though, because that one was so well documented, because there was a whole handful of police officers that was involved in that night, and they saw it all. So it wasn't just a bunch of teenagers; it was law officers too. So it's pretty believable.
Yeah, Chestnut Ridge is the same way. If you watch the Small Town Monster series, they've even done a documentary on it, Chestnut Ridge. Me personally, I kind of equate aliens with demons, but I've met Travis Walton from Fire in the Sky. Now, he's a guy, you listen to him talk, you tend to believe him. I don't know what happened to him, but something happened to him.
Here it is. Presque. Presque Isle. ISLE.
All right. Yeah, I'll look it up and study it. Something going on there, Neil?
Excuse me. Yeah, it's trying to rain.
Oh, really?
Watched it. It's trying to. Wanting to. It's sprinkling just a tiny, tiny bit.
We need some rain.
Yeah, we need it bad.
It rains here all the time. Y'all keep your rain to yourself.
Oh, yeah.
We need it. We need it bad.
Man, it's always raining here.
Speaking of studying, that's the latest one I'm reading. Cryptozoology A to Z, the Encyclopedia of Loch Monsters, Sasquatch, Chupacabras, and Other Authentic Mysteries of Nature, Lauren Coleman and Jerome Clark. And I always said Lauren Coleman, he wasn't one of the four horsemen of Bigfoot, but he should probably be one of the godfathers of cryptozoology. We got to meet him too. He's a pretty nice guy.
Cool.
He's been doing it for a long time.
I really liked that format they had the other day where they, after the whole thing was over, where they opened up that question and answer period. That was really nice. I liked that. They didn't do that.
Like
that's pretty neat.
Yeah, they didn't do that down there at Talahena, and it was I think that
town hall
really
kind of
nice.
meeting.
Did y'all just have local researchers, or did they have any big names there?
The Nightcrawler Bigfoot radio girl was the biggest one. Can't think of her name, but and then DW. But that
there was a guy that was an author of a couple of books too, sitting next to us. I can't remember what his name is though. And
yeah,
I was thinking about him earlier today too. When his mouth saved my life. Just shaming myself. I don't know. He had like 3 or 4 different books out there he was writing.
Yeah, he kind of looked like Jeff Meldrum, but he wasn't him. He was younger, but he kind of looked like him.
What?
Can't think of his name either.
What? No, Ron Moorhead, was it?
No.
No.
I was starting to think him and Jeff Meldrum's kind of the same height and build, but.
And Michael Mays, was it?
So, I think that's his name.
I think that was
Jim
it.
Whitehead and Michael Mays was the two of them talked right there together.
Yeah, I think that's him. Not for now. I think that was his name.
Michael Mays. That's who it was, and Jim Whitehead's pretty good, but he's also a member of that MABRC with DW.
They wrote Uncovering Area X and the Sketchy Bigfoot.
Oh, I just read that book.
That's the guy that had all the pictures.
That was him.
So it must
Valley of the Apes.
Yeah.
Sketch artist, that was pretty cool. That was cool. I got to say, that was pretty impressive. I like that. That was neat.
That was Whitehead, Jim Whitehead, yeah.
Yeah.
That book was pretty interesting.
I learned a lot more about what we can present and how to, if everybody's going to be using that same format, what pictures I need to hold on to and keep up with that we can show when we get there. More about presenting the topic that we need to talk about. That'd be cool. Next time if we get to go into anything else.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that girl would talk about something a little different than what she did. That was her name, Lauren Smith.
Yeah, Lauren Smith.
Lauren Smith. Researching fact. But I wasn't real interested in that Smallfoot stuff. But I guess for each its own. I guess.
She out of Ohio?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Researching Falk. She wrote that, so she may be from down around Falk, Arkansas somewhere.
I remember there was a lady in Ohio that used to do the Smallfoot thing you mentioned, talking about smaller Sasquatch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, teaching little kids how to go out and hunt them and stuff. That's cool, I guess. I know some of the places we go, I wouldn't want a little kid to be out there.
No.
Well, that's back to depends on the Sasquatch and where you're at. But where we go, I would not want them nowhere around. Yeah, she's the host of the Nightcrawlers Bigfoot Radio podcast, and
when it comes to that, just even the woods right behind my house, Sasquatch or not, there's other things down there you don't need a kid down there poking around. I remember the neighbor had her brother or stepbrother or brother-in-law come down here one summer, and he informed me I was walking down over the hill. He was like, I'm going to go. Yeah, I told him what I was doing. I'm going to go with you. No, you're not. I ain't going to be responsible for you out here. You get on back up there to your sister's house and leave me be.
Yeah, my grandson Hudson thinks he's going to go out Bigfooting with me, and I think, nah, I don't think so.
Hang on just a second.
I mean, it's cool in one way. If you're in the right spot and right areas, like me and Neil was going to do that during the summer, and kind of a camp out deal. That's one thing. Yeah, that's good. And do research to get them involved. But then certain places that we go to, we can't even protect ourselves, let alone somebody.
I mean, where we go, like Area 2, it's risky. It's very risky. So yeah, I mean, we got to be extra careful. We have to be extra careful.
There's her site that it's her and her mom. They do a radio podcast and everything. It's all Bigfoot related stuff.
Yeah, I think she said her mom started it and she took it over, if I remember right, or something like that.
Yeah.
Huh. Good for her. Sweet.
I'm just glad I'm getting to where I can actually post stuff on here and know how to do it.
Yeah, I was noticing that. You're getting proficient.
Yeah. Practice makes perfect, I guess. Well, around here, like I said, everything's been kind of dead. I hadn't heard no reports or nothing since that one after the chuck wagon race, about a few miles from there. And who knows? They probably got drunk with some leftover beer that somebody had up there at the chuck wagon race. But that's been a month ago. It's been quiet ever since. When did you get a good doctor report there, Dale, and you're gonna be able to go out, or don't know yet?
Hey Barry, your microphone's muted.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, first the DVR took on a mind of its own in there where Mom was watching wrestling, unpaused itself. Now the mic turned itself off.
Huh.
I was saying I saw a video of you talking about the Bigfoot finding somebody's beer. There was a bear got in somebody's camp somewhere. I forget how many beers they say it drank, and it showed a picture of it passed out next to the tent. Couldn't help but laugh.
Huh.
My kind of bear.
That bear, he was conked out.
Well,
I was talking. What'd you hear? She said she heard something down below the kitchen window screaming. I didn't hear it over my own big mouth.
Oh.
I wouldn't doubt it. We got all kinds of critters around here that make all kinds of noises. I'll go over here and stand here and see or hear anything. Screams, first thing I think of is cat, but
Usually.
well, that's entirely possible too. Well, I'll just stand here and see if I hear anything, y'all. Carry on.
I'll be checking behind me now.
If all of a sudden you see me get jerked forward out this kitchen window, I mean.
Wendell, you been back down to that place you did that live thing that night?
No, sir. I haven't.
Man, we need to get back down in there. I'll go with you.
All right. That's right here close.
Yeah.
It's all used to you could drive down into all of it, but now you got to walk all. You can get close to where I was at. I was just at the edge of it, but the real Bigfoot activity that we found down in there is about 2 miles down in on the creek. But that wasn't
walking 2 miles down in there if I had somebody with me, but I don't think I'd want to go down there by myself.
Yeah, that's why I was parked there close. I was probably 200 yards from the vehicle, but you know, I didn't expect nothing like that. And they come up to see what I was doing. I think I don't know what it was. It's crazy.
Yep.
It was every bit as big as me.
Mom said she heard that 2 or 3 times and just now bothered to say anything. I was paying too much attention to you all. I wouldn't. I'm like her. I'm surprised both Sevis ain't raising 9 kinds of cane.
Give her a recorder and send her on out there.
That's funny. Right down there where she is talking about, well, the direction it would come from anyway. I have one of the sound recorders out there, one of the cheap Walmart ones, only good for like 12, 18 hours.
Yeah.
But I put it inside a birdhouse, and she's got on a fence post down there from the house. And I was mowing the yard this afternoon, and I just happened to look down in time. There laid the recorder on the ground. So I picked it up and flipped the little door to the birdhouse open, and something had taken a bunch of, looked like dog hair and straw or leaves and something, but made a nest inside the birdhouse and threw my recorder out. I don't know if it's a squirrel or a bird or what.
Like, I don't want this in here. Throw that out.
Yeah. That's just what you could picture it, whatever it was, just kicking it right out, going about his business in there. I stuffed it back in there. I said, whatever you are, that might keep you from freezing to death this winter.
That's a good idea, though, to put them in something like that, a birdhouse.
That's where I've kept it forever.
We always use a log or something.
Well, that one there is just right up here next, well, ain't right next to the house, but right down in it, the fence line there between us and the woods. She had that little birdhouse on there, and like you said, I just looked over and looked at us. That'd be a good spot to put a recorder.
Maybe you got it if its batteries is good.
Yeah. Never know.
I've been piddling with that idea about that new camera.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I was looking up. Walmart has these little Instamatics.
Yeah.
Actually, they're like one of them that actually prints the picture out for you.
Yeah.
And I think, man, that might be pretty cool. Wouldn't have to worry about
it with a tripwire or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rig it with a tripwire or something.
I've got a little bitty magnetic trip switch that you throw some voltage to it, and it goes dink, it goes in the other direction or the out or in, you know. And I've used it before on a different setup on a 35 millimeter camera, and it could take pictures without all the infrared and everything.
Yeah, that's what we need. That's
yeah.
Because well, we know it from Dale's area when we put them all them trail cams up, and only reason we got such a good eye shining there, they come around the bluff, they couldn't see it there where the gifting tree was, and we had them there, and you somewhere I can look at it. It's on one of our videos. You can actually kind of see the outline of the head, but you see the eyes, and there's a whole set of eyes there, and there's nothing. I mean, unless it's floating in the middle of the air, it's at least 10 foot tall where the eyes are.
At least almost to its eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then after that, you don't get nothing. After they ever see the infrared, then you don't get nothing. It's gone. So
yeah, I was looking for some kind of little old digital, some kind of little cheap digital on Marketplace,
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find something that's small that we can put inside something. I've got a little plexiglass box built. It's clear.
Yeah.
Put that thing in there and have a tripwire on there so it could sit there and rain, whatever it want to do, wouldn't hurt that camera.
You know, it just come to me though. Another way to do that is have a GoPro that's the daytime use that don't have the infrared, but have the lights set up to a tripwire that's there. So as soon as they trip the wire, it lights up instant. So that camera is constantly filming. I think it's like 36 hours my GoPro will go, but it don't do night. But if something trips that to where them lights would all come on, then it would record because it'd be bright enough to see then.
That'd be easy to hook up a little LED spotlight like that. That'd be pretty easy to do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of reverse engineering, but the same process. But yeah, we could do that a lot easier.
Yeah, you could put a little normally closed switch on that or normally open, and have that thing where when something tripped it, it'd close that switch and turn that light on. And you'd have them.
Yeah,
that'd be a good idea.
That's what we need to work on. Yeah,
I got a bunch of LEDs out there I might be messing with.
All right.
All I know is when it comes to cameras, good luck, because my trail cameras, I bet I've got 1 million what they call false hits. I can't see so much as a blade of grass or a leaf moving in them on video or still shot, either one. But something setting that camera off. I don't see no bugs. I don't see it ain't raining. I don't know.
We had a lot of that. Even the camera that we had, the game camera that was on video, when it did come on, you'd see breath coming from behind the tree, moving across. So something was standing there with enough breath that it was making a cloud go across. So, and that was tripping it on. So I think it was standing there like, what is this? Because that was up on Dale's Mountain, and that would be, I think, if I remember, it was like 1:30 at night. There ain't nothing gonna be up there at 1:30 at night.
Not on that mountain.
Like you said, I wonder if they ain't sitting back throwing pebbles or something. They're just too small for me to see, but the camera catches them or something.
Yeah, catches movement.
Oh, Nordic Thunder, he was telling me he's going to come up here and he'll go up there after red. Nighttime don't make any difference. I said, well, more power to you, buddy.
That's what he told me. I told him, go on.
We'll try it.
I told him, I said, I'll be sitting down there drinking a cold beer, talking on walkie-talkie, and we'll see how you do.
I said, I'll have his back, way back.
I told him, I said, I wouldn't go up there by myself in the daytime.
Yeah.
I can't say nothing. I go out and check cameras by myself all the time. I do it in the daytime, but I go by myself.
Right.
Well, the last time that I found myself up there accidentally too high in the daytime, my dog come and grabbed my wrist and pulled me down off that mountain. And I'm like, well, evidently you see something I don't, because I'm going to follow your lead there. But yeah, it could get spooky up there. He was definitely reacting to something. He alerted, and his hair is standing up on the back of his neck, and them ears are standing straight up. He's standing all proud up on two front legs like he's all big and bad. I'm like, okay, let's go.
I leave Josephus at home because God bless him. I have yet to see anything he'll back down from. I don't take him with me because I'm afraid something would happen. He's about like the kid. I can be responsible for myself. I ain't going to be responsible for you.
Well, you know where he alerted, Wendell? You still there?
When did we lose you?
I lost Wendell.
I'm still. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, but we cannot see
Can't
you.
see you. But that dog alerted on that area up there. Remember that place where you were saying looked like something could hide behind that big log and watch everything going on? That's where that dog was alerting at. And I was like, uh-oh.
Well, there's been several videos of them peeking over logs and stuff. Or supposedly, most of them it could be Bigfoot or it could be a groundhog. But Mom's laughing, but y'all know what I'm talking about. They'll shoot a video that looks like they were on the dark side of the moon when they took it.
Right.
Well, it wouldn't do any good. Like that's moving off.
They know what I mean, Mom. Some of these people shoot videos from 3 miles away. Like I said, that could be Bigfoot or it could be a groundhog peeking over that log. We can't tell.
I hit the wrong button. Yeah, I got my new GoPro. So,
oh, cool.
It's 36 hours it lasts on the battery. It's waterproof.
I got that little old tiny camera that's got the night vision and all that on it. I still ain't figured out how to use that thing.
I haven't either. I can't get the thing to stay charged up or nothing.
Oh, that thing stays charged forever. I just can't make the thing go like it's supposed to.
I can't get mine to stay charged in a couple minutes.
Video camera.
Oh, that's cool.
Good.
A fan bought all that and sent it to us. It's about almost $300 worth of stuff, and they sent it to us. I was like, cool.
Wow. Awesome. Yeah, they sent me the wrong directions to that little bitty cube camera.
Yeah.
So I just kind of been trying to figure it out on my own. I haven't had a whole lot of luck yet.
I tried putting one of those power sources on it, and I don't know if I just had a bad cord or what, but it died after about 2 or 3 minutes of use. And I haven't really messed with it since then. I don't know. It just may have been a bad cord or battery was just not.
Well, I got it worked one time the way I wanted it to, and I didn't know how I did it. So I'm like, well, that works real good when you do it right, but I don't know how I did it right. I wasn't sure.
Well, yeah, work on that tripping the lights on. I know at one time Neil had a spotlight that was motion censored, just battery powered. That would work too if we had a bunch of them. But tripwire, either way, we can hook it to a battery source. Work on that, Dale, and I'll get all this set up on the camera, and we'll go that route next time. That'd be a lot easier than figuring the tripwire to the flash camera.
Well, the way I had it figured up the last time I had it set up like that. I had it on a German 35 millimeter, and I had that little electronic trip. I had it fixed up to just a 9-volt battery, will it trip itself, and then it had the thing that would trip everything that started all in motion. I just had a motion detector and had it taken apart. I used the guts out of it and just took all the light and everything off of it. And that's how I had it working. I had some people stealing some tools one time. We couldn't ever catch them. And I took a bunch of pictures of them the last time they did it, and then they wouldn't even do nothing about it. So I think, well, I figured it out, but know who did it.
I was going to say you can get solar powered lights or motion sensitive too. That's like the ones we've got around the house here up in the trees and stuff. Yeah, might be better than battery operated because they get daylight during the day.
Yeah. Them things only run off of like some of them only run off of like 1.5 volts, so it's kind of touchy trying to get some stuff to work on it. But
I don't know. Does the motion sensor, does it use infrared?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's just a light sensitive LED. I think just a photocell LED looking kind of thing. I don't think it puts out any kind of light. It doesn't emit light at all.
Yeah, I don't think they put out any kind of beam or anything.
I don't know. I'll have to research it. I know the tripwire to a light should be easy to do. All you do, it's kind of like the shotgun primer.
Yeah.
You know, when you pull, it'd be pulled up, and when you pull it out, it touches, makes the contact.
Contact would be easy on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Contact would be easy.
So let's go that route. That way we know for sure they ain't nothing making no light or nothing. We'll do it old school.
Yeah.
Till it makes contact, there ain't no light nowhere around. So once it trips that wire, gets all tangled up in the string and pulls it, then it's gonna make contact and it's gonna light everything up.
Yep.
I was gonna say we better watch it. We get all these crazy ideas. We're getting into mountain monster Scooby Doo territory. We'll be building traps.
Yeah, but
well,
catch them under a box.
I told Neil about my idea about the hand trap. Remember that at the conference? I think that would work. It'll either have one there. It'll either have one there, or it'll have a hand pulled off, or it'll have the skin off the hand on it.
DNA.
Yeah. So I'm gonna work on that when we go back out. I just don't know what bait I'm gonna put in there, but something shiny and something that didn't want to stick its hand into it and go from there.
A lot of people sliding down the blue marble. They're attracted to color blue for some reason. I've actually heard some researchers that I'd give some credence to with that. Talk about how they go after a bottle or a jar of peanut butter with a blue lid, but not a green or red.
All right, that's good to know.
The color blue for some reason.
All right, yeah. Well, I'll get that trap.
That big old piece of glass I found up there on the side of the mountain was blue.
Yeah, it was blue.
Junk about
like
that.
Yeah, it was. So
I wonder if that's got something to do with how their eyes work. If they can see the color blue, maybe they can't see green or red. Who knows?
Maybe. Well, we went over our hour here, and it's giving me the little red light here that we're fixing to have to start paying.
Okay, we don't want that.
Yeah. So I'll let everybody say their goodbyes around the same circle, and then I'll close us out. Start with you, Dale.
Well, been fun, guys. Can't wait till next time. Hope we can get together and throw some ideas together for the next thing we're trying to plan out here. So God bless y'all, and have a good night, and we'll see you next time.
Hey, y'all have a good one. God bless y'all, and if I hear anything, I'll let y'all know.
Good deal.
Everybody have a good night and stay safe. If you're out there squatching, get on the swivel. Still stay hydrated. It's not too hot out there, but still stay hydrated and spray off on your legs.
God bless y'all. It was good to see you. Y'all was talking about doing something in December. I told the family the other Thanksgiving and Christmas, be more thankful about who's still around the table or the tree than what's on it or under it. And I hope everybody gets Jesus for Christmas this year, because this might be the last Christmas we spend down here, the way things are going.
It's pointing that way fast.
Yes, it is.
It really is.
Well, all right. From the Seekers podcast here, we've got a few things we've thought of. We're going to try a couple of dates for maybe investigations, and we'll just go from there. If you have any encounters, just message me or Neil, or even Dale or BC. Barry out in Kentucky, if you have an encounter out there, he might be able to help you out. So just keep in contact and keep watching the Seekers podcast, and we'll be back next month around the 23rd. See y'all then.
All right. Take care, y'all.
Take care. Bye.
God bless y'all.